DJI and Zhiyun should be worried because of how this gimbal functions and what it can do. I'll talk a bit more about later in this video. A filmmaker friend of mine was recently in search of a gimbal, and even though he had bought and returned a previous version of the FeiyuTech brand, had some hands-on tests on the Scorp 3 Pro, I asked him to try out this model and see if he would purchase one for himself. More on that later. But before any of that, FeiyuTech sent me the Scorp 3 Pro. I wasn't paid, and although I get to keep this gimbal, everything I say in this video is based on real-world use, not just sitting in the studio testing this gimbal out and rambling. And if you'd like to see a YouTuber who tests filmmaking gear in real production scenarios most of the time, please click that subscription button. I'd really appreciate it. Now, this is the FeiyuTech Scorp 3 Pro. It weighs 1 kilogram or 2.2 pounds and supports a max payload of 3.5 kilograms or 7.7 pounds. It's compact enough to fit in a camera backpack or in its own carry case, which is nicely padded with a long strap so you can sling it over your shoulder. It has a battery runtime of 14 hours but takes less than 3 hours to fully charge with an 18-watt fast charger. It features unlimited 360-degree pan rotation, 313-degree tilt, and 315-degree roll, plus a detachable remote control. But the best and most interesting feature is the built-in AI module. Unlike others, this doesn't need to be detached after use, and it works brilliantly. At this point, it's safe to say that all future gimbals should have built-in AI. It's the future. FeiyuTech claims that the Scorp 3 Pro has a 10th gen stabilization system and features wireless Bluetooth shutter control, letting you wirelessly operate your camera without physically touching it. This gimbal is priced for value. There are two options: a $429 package that includes the gimbal itself, detachable remote handle, USB-C to C camera control cable, USB-C to A charging cable, rubber dust cover, hex key, fuel light, articulating arm for mounting extra accessories, tripod, L bracket base, slider, lens support screw, lens support bracket, camera mounting screw, upper quick release plate, carrying case, extension pole, and a weight reducing shoulder strap. The second option is priced at $399, and the package excludes the carry case with strap, the extension pole, an articulating arm, and the fuel light. There's no other gimbal in the market with this feature set at such a competitive price. The extension pole is especially handy for crane-like style shots, getting the gimbal above people's heads or into hard-to-reach spaces. Inside the case are the mesh compartment for storing extra accessories and cables. FeiyuTech also offers additional accessories like a brushless full focus mode, extra control cables, and a 275 extension pole. And Francis just finished using the gimbal for, was it a 2-hour shoot?
2 hours, sure.
Yeah, about 2 hours. He had the gimbal roving on with a wireless transmitter connected to the side. So Francis, what do you think about the FeiyuTech Scorp 3?
Working with this for 2 hours, shooting on it, it is good.
Yeah.
The build quality, holding it in your hand is as in firm. You can feel the grip is there.
Did it feel heavy? You have big arms.
Yeah, I have big hands. So.
And it fits well?
Yeah, it fits. This is it. No space.
See, Francis bought the FeiyuTech Scorp 3.
Yeah, Scorp 3. And I had to.
And he returned it.
I returned it.
What do you think about this one? Do you think this is better than the other one?
Yeah, of course, with the AI tracking feature, it is way, way better. And this, I think they have an attachment for phone holder too. So, and the phone holder, I don't know if it is this or it has other type that comes with the cooling fan, which is very, very innovative. But this, working with this for 2 hours, I must really, and this became an easy way to be convenient, and it's easy to just change without thinking about it. It just comes naturally. So it's a good gimbal. It's a good device, and added to the AI tracking feature, fantastic.
The gimbal itself is compact but feels sturdy and premium. Thanks to a scorpion style-like design, you get 2 points of contact, making it comfortable to hold for long periods without stressing your wrist. If you want it even smaller, you can remove the handle entirely. Once it's off, you can use it as a remote joystick, which is great if the gimbal is mounted away from you. You can control its movement right from your hand. One thing I wish it had is a mode where the detachable handle works like a gyroscope, so you can move it and the gimbal reacts. That would be a killer feature, but even without that, I'm very pleased with the flexibility this gimbal offers. I haven't seen this level of control in any other gimbal in its class. One thing I like about this gimbal is with the control wheel, and if I rotate here, you see it is on the roll axis. If I tap once here, that's the tilt, and if I tap once again, that's the pan. And if I double tap the trigger right there, it goes back to its original position. And if I triple tap the trigger button, it goes into selfie mode. So that's selfie mode. I can triple tap again and it goes back to the original position. On the remote, if I double tap the remote, the F1 button here on the remote, it goes into vortex mode. And I can return that back by double tapping on that button and it goes back to the original position. The Scorp 3 Pro also includes the standard gimbal modes, pan, follow, pan tilt follow, lock mode, sport mode, and vortex mode. Balancing is straightforward, and once done, you can press the auto calibration button. The gimbal runs a quick routine and calculates the right motor torque for your setup. Other features include time-lapse, panorama, and auto rotation. The AI tracking module is cleverly built into the arm. I think this is better than DJI's approach, which requires attaching and removing the module. The AI, as you saw earlier, is spot on. For example, if you're filming real estate and following someone giving a tour, the gimbal will do all the work of keeping the subject in frame. If you don't want gesture controls, you can turn them off by triple pressing the F1 button. Activation takes about 3 seconds. And yes, the AI will keep tracking your subject even if they turn their face away. All right, so we're outside. I'm recording on the Lumix S5 on the Scorp 3 Pro, and I activate follow focus or AI focusing. So it's activated. So I want to test and see if when I back this gimbal, it keeps me tracked. You understand? So I'm going to turn around. Well, just to show you guys, it's tracking me left. It's tracking me to my right. And I'll turn around to back the gimbal. And I'll move 2 steps to my right and 2 steps to my left. And I'll bend down, go up, and I'm still backing the gimbal. And I'll turn around to face the gimbal. Hopefully, I know it tracked me because it's still keeping me tracked. Nice. Why is he following me? For stabilization testing, I compared the Scorp 3 Pro with my only other gimbal, the Zhiyun Crane 4E, which is a much larger gimbal and supports a much larger payload. On the Scorp 3 Pro, I mounted a Lumix S52X with 6mm 60-28mm f2.8 lens. On the Zhiyun, I used a Sony a7 IV with an EF to E mount adapter and a heavy 24-70mm f2.8 EF lens, even though it wasn't perfectly scientific. With both setups, Scorp 3 in my right hand and Zhiyun in my left hand, I walked a few steps, then switched hands and repeated the test. Slow walking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now fast walking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then running, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. And normal walking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fast walking, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And running, 1, 2, 3, 10. Walking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fast walking, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now running, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10. All right, I was editing and realized I didn't show you guys one thing you can do with this gimbal, and that is that you can easily have it from this level, which is horizontal, to vertical, and I'll show you right now. So I'll place the gimbal in front of me so that the focus rests on the gimbal or on the camera, and then all I have to do, there's a tiny knob here at the top. all you have to do, and there's one just behind the gimbal motor. Let me turn it around so you guys can see. So there's a lever or a knob right there, and if I face it towards the camera, all I have to do is unlatch the knob, and you see it drop down, and pull this backwards, pull the gimbal up, turn it on its side, and then bring it down and lock it in. And that's thanks to its Arca Swiss L bracket mount. And I'm suspecting that you probably can just attach your camera on this side of the gimbal without this. Let's see. So if I unlock this, because it's all Arca, let's see if that works. I'll detach this entirely from my camera. Let me see. Supposed to have brought it. Oh, it's off. So that's my camera with its camera cage. It's Arca Swiss here at the bottom, and if I pull it down, doesn't work. So that's it to mount this gimbal vertically, which is just one step. Yeah, just one step. Unlock, pull, push out, and then put that in. Balancing on the FeiyuTech Scorp 3 is easy. If you have a camera cage and your camera with an Arca Swiss plate, just attach the camera on the slider and then put the slider on the L mount bracket plate and then fix it on the gimbal. And that's it. The slider plate is especially useful for fine-tuning the camera's position on the tilt axis, which is a lifesaver in a pinch. Once balanced, all you have to do is power on the gimbal and turn the auto tune so it adjusts the motor torque for your setup. The FeiyuTech app is another very complete app such that I think it is excellent. It's very clean and responsive to command. I have it open. I can control the gimbal with an on-screen joystick. You can even balance the camera. You can calibrate to adjust the motor torque. You can even adjust the follow speed if you want it slow, medium, or fast. You can even change the knob settings to maybe roll, tilt, or even electronic focusing if that's what you want. You can activate and deactivate sound. You can calibrate the horizontal level of the gimbal. You can also assign functions to different buttons on the gimbal, and you can also easily change the mode of the gimbal. You can also update the firmware of the gimbal from the phone. And even with your phone, you can adjust to selfie mode. I can put it back to normal. I can turn off selfie mode. I can rotate it to vortex mode. I can turn off vortex mode to bring it back to normal. And I can control the gimbal just using my phone, which is weird. That's very nice. I can see how responsive it is. And I can return everything back to normal just by pressing one function on the gimbal. Turn that off and bring the gimbal back to normal. I can also just have it in joystick mode where you can adjust the gimbal left, right, up, down, depending on the mode you have the gimbal set to. So what do you think about the FeiyuTech Scorp 3 Pro? For me, it's a true value for money gimbal with a lot of features packed into a small, lightweight design. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think there's a better gimbal out there? I'd really like to know. Have any questions, drop in the comment section below and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching and supporting, and as always, it's your Filmmaker, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.